Good afternoon, all of you. So, welcome back for the IQM lectures. Okay, up to today, we have taken the three lectures. Basic information about the IQM subject. What are the basic knowledge? What are the managerial functions? What manager should do in that industry, particular industry? So, what are the responsibilities of the manager in every sector? We already studied basic information about the planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. So this point only we will see in separate chapters. Okay, so we have started the chapter number 1, that is a introduction to the management and the planning. Okay, am I audible clearly? So message me. So whatever the industrial factors, what are the responsibility of the manager? Okay, so that we have to study. Now, what is the functions of the manager? Management skills required. Okay, different skills which are required for the manager. Okay, so our main target is to do or to create a best manager. Okay, so what is the purpose of this subject is to create a best manager. Bad manager, good manager, how we can identify that already we have studied. Okay, so there are different societal factors are also available. With the help of that societal factors, or whatever the nomenclature may be, in or whatever the reputation of your personal behavior, okay, definitely society will accept it, or whatever the according to your responsiveness, okay, according to your response, according to your career behavior, so society will accept you, whatever the sometime society will take action also on you. Okay, so for that purpose we have so we should write a one goal. Okay, so I will be the best manager whenever I will place, whenever I will start my career. So wherever I be there, I will be the very clear, definitely I will give maximum percentage to the that particular industry or particular any sector. Okay, so this is the main function of this subject. Different definitions we already studied. What are the nature and purpose of the management? These are the five manager: top level, middle level, and operational level manager. So work distribution of that managers we have to study also today only. Huh? So five functions we already studied, but we have to see top level manager, middle level manager, and operational level manager. What are the work distribution of different level of manager? So that also today we will also see that load distribution of the managers. Huh? So five functions already we have studied, so that we have to finish in detail in separate chapters. Now system approach to the management. Now certain system or standard system is available in market, or available in management sector. Okay, so that what is the system approach to the management? We have to study that. System is nothing but something standard way. Approach is nothing but system approach to the management. What are the approach required for the management, and that system we have to study. Okay, so this is a system approach to the management. We have to follow this system whenever you will be in any position in industry or in society. Okay, so these are the very important point, okay, regarding this section first also. Okay, so we will see that in detail. So I will provide notes also. Okay, notes already I have uploaded all the notes in study material sheet also. Okay, so today or tomorrow I will provide the study material sheet for all the subjects. Okay, so hmm. So this is a system approach to the management. Okay, the basic thing is there. Okay, we already know that. Okay, what is there, This is a basic system approach structure. Okay. So transformation process central. Huh? I will explain that. Now transformation process is nothing but the five managerial functions. Okay. Now that functions are planning, organizing, leading, controlling, staffing. Okay. These are the five managerial functions, and that is nothing but the transformation process. But from where? Okay. So we have to take input and output from society also. Okay. Different factors from government also, consumer, customer. Okay. Traders. Okay. So lot of combinations is रिक्वायर्ड इन मॅनेजमेंट. ओके, म्हणजे एकटा माणूस कधीच बिझनेसमध्ये नसतो, अनेक क्षेत्र त्याच्याशी संबंधित असतात. ओके, दॅट व्हॉट एव्हर द फील्ड्स दे आर contacting. Now that we have to study. This is the basic structure of the system approach to manage. This is central transformation process. Now transformation from environment. Environment is nothing but the outside factors. Okay, for example, society, government. So that are nothing but the environment. From the environment or from the customer, we will get the feedback. According to that feedback, we can change our production system. Okay, now this is nothing but the overall transformation system. So we will see in detail transformation process. Okay, so now this is the transformation process. Now if you see here, okay, in top there are the inputs. Okay, now if you consider for any industry, okay, for any industry there should be input and outputs. Okay, so what is the input? Now first of all, input is nothing but first point in input is the human. Okay, definitely the manpower is required for any sector. Is it right? From the manager to the peon also. So that is nothing but the inputs required for any industry. Now second is capital. Okay, खिशात पैसा नसेल तर चालतंय का? Okay, there is a capital or whatever the money is required for the finance is required for any industry or any work. Okay, so that we have to consider only. Second, capital. Third, management. Okay, again management level. Okay, so whatever the different standard management process should be there. Okay, without management we can't grow or we can't improve our industrial whatever the growth. Fourth, technology. Okay, technology, we should introduce our technology daily. Okay, because technology is changing daily. So according to the technology, according to the advances, okay, we have to implement that advantages in your industry. Okay, use different computers. Okay, suppose if you consider your casting industry is there. Okay, so you have to use different softwares, different technology. Okay, for the improvement or to minimize your time, minimize your cost, and improvise or maximize your profit, you have to use the technology. Okay, and what are the five other things are there also? Okay, now what are the other things? According to some different share market may be there. Okay, so you have to engage in share market, you have to sell share market. Okay, try to make your industry will how your industrial share will be sale. Okay, so whatever the management level, whatever the government environmental factors we have to consider. Okay, now these are the five basic inputs. Okay, now goal inputs of the climates: employee, community, consumers, others, suppliers, stockholders, government. Okay, these are also external environments. Okay, where we have seen there. Okay, if you see here, this is nothing but the environment. Environment is also important for the any system. Now what is the environment? External environment is nothing but the managing knowledge, goals and climates and use of input. Okay, now whenever we will study. Wait 1 minute. Okay, so now external environment. an external environment. Okay, so what are the factors, or what is basically external environment? Now external environment is nothing but the factors which are directly affect on your industry. Okay, so first is nothing but the employee. Definitely according to the employee performance, your whatever the product quality, market, profit, okay, this is depend on employee also. Okay, now these are the external environments, so we have to consider that factors also for your industrial planning. Okay, so these are the basic function: planning, organizing, staffing, leading and controlling. Okay, for that purpose we have to use the external environment. Okay, now here also external environment. Okay, so what is the important for the external environment? Managerial knowledge, goals of climates and use of input. This is nothing but the first of all manager should consider that factors. Okay, whatever the top right corner factors are there. Okay, now if you see here, okay, now this here also the external environment is there. External environment. Now what are the factors for the external environment? Now facilitated by the communication that also links to the organization with the external environment. Okay, facilitated by the communication. Now why, which communication? So we have to use different opportunities in society. Okay, we have to take information from another industries. Okay, according to the another industries, we can implement that technology, implement that improvisation in your industry also. Okay, different constraint you have to decide. Sorry, we have to think on constraint also. Okay, now what is constraint? Something boundary is there. Suppose definitely constraint should be there. For example, for the raw material. Okay, suppose मार्केट प्राइस बघा लॉकडाऊन मध्ये पडलं म्हणून काय झालं, सोनं खरेदी लोकांनी भरपूर केलं. ओके, 50-60 हजार पर्यंत सोनं गेलं तरी लोकांनी घेतलं. ओके, बट दे हॅव इन्व्हेस्टेड लॉट ऑफ मनी ड्यू टू द societal or whatever the social media messages. Okay, but now what is the condition? Now you have to do some constraint also. Okay, constraint is nothing but the limitation. Definitely you have to use the different constraint, we have to follow different constraint. Okay, if you can't, or if you are having lot of money, okay, but is it possible to take 10 years raw material in today only? Okay, no. Now whatever the fluctuation in market, whatever the price will be fluctuating inside the market, we have to think on that purpose also. Okay, that point also. Okay, so constraint is also important for the considered as an external environment for your industry. Okay, now these are the external environments. Okay, so next factors we have to consider input factors. Okay, all these are the input factors. So first of all we know whatever the employee factor or employees effect on your industry is very important. Now second is the community or consumer. Okay, second is the consumer. Consumer or whatever the stakeholder, consumer or your market. Okay, you can say that the market. Now that should be satisfied. Okay, now how consumer will satisfied? Now there are basic points. Okay, first point is your cost should be minimum. Okay, as compared to other. Next point is quality of that particular system should be better. Now these are the requirement of the consumers. Okay, whatever the lifetime of that product will be maximum, should be maximum. Okay, now these are the consumers or customers satisfaction or expectancy. Okay, expectations of that consumer or customers. Now that we have to consider only. Now suppliers also. Okay, supply in terms of raw material suppliers or whatever the extra or raw material required. For example, suppose for example for your industry. Okay, some technical guidance is required for the software. Okay, you have to MOU with you different agencies. Okay, for example, very best example for the accounting. Okay, tally, whatever the different softwares are required for tally. Okay, for that audit. Okay, for if you required audit of your industry. Okay, so you have to take the help of that suppliers also. Okay, you have to consider all the factors while doing the job in that particular industry. Okay, stockholders. Okay, we have to take, what are the expectations of the stockholders, what are the requirement of that, okay, how we can hold that stakeholders, okay, with your industry. So you have to take different decision on that stakeholders, okay. 5 point is the government, okay. Now what is the requirement or what is the role of government in your industry? So from starting of at before starting you have to take a permission from government, okay. Whatever the, सपोज फॉर एक्झाम्पल लँड एरिया असेल, ओके, जमीन घ्यायची असेल तर काय असेल ते एन ए प्लॉट करून घेणे, नॉन ॲग्रिकल्चर, फॉर दॅट पर्पज द समथिंग different, we have to follow the government rules also, we have to give the whatever the stamp duty to that government also, okay. Now with from our that shares, okay, so government will, now this is required for the government also, okay. Now different rules and regulations given by the governments, we have to follow them, okay. Suppose the whatever the sound of your industry, okay, suppose your industry, sound from your industry is very huge, okay, or very dangerous for the society, okay. So government will not give permission whatever that industry in the local areas, okay. Now you have to go outside the village or outside the community, okay. So for that purpose the you have to follow the different government rules, different taxes are also there, GST, okay. Now different road tax may be there, okay, energy tax may be there, you have to follow, you have to supply, you have to give time to the government, okay. Electricity bill may be there, okay. So different taxes are there, okay. So you have to support the government, according to government will give whatever the different facilities to that particular industry, okay. Community, okay, we have to consider the factors of the community also, okay. What community is expecting, okay, what are that, whatever that particular area is requirement, okay. So what is our social responsibility against them. Now these are the external factors and external environments, okay, that affects in your that planning, leading, organizing and controlling, okay. These are the 5 managerial functions. Now we have to consider the all that input factors, and according to that input we can give the, we will give the output as a external environment, see here, now output as a products, okay, whatever the production will give, okay, according to your input factors, whatever the quality of that product, now profit of that product, okay, you can give, you can get that factors output from that whatever input you have given to that industry, okay. Definitely services, product or services, okay, already we have discussed a lot. Profit, definitely if you provide the profits, okay, definitely you will provide wait okay. So output factors is also depend on the input factors, okay. So whatever the input, whatever the input we have given, okay, we have considered these points for the input, okay, human, technology, capital management, consumer satisfaction, employees requirement, okay, supplies requirement, stockholders expectations, governments taxes, okay. If you follow all that input factors as the external environment, definitely whatever the fruit of that inputs, definitely you will give in terms of the product or service and at the end of profits, okay. And next satisfaction is also from satisfaction of the customer, okay. Now this will be the satisfaction, okay. And goal integration, definitely your goal integration of entire aim, definitely they will also complete, okay. Different other factors, definitely your if you will follow that factors, okay, definitely you will get awarded, okay. Whatever the reputation of your industry will give increases, okay. According to that, if you definitely brand of your industry will be in society, okay. Now different other factors are also we will get as output with the help of different external environments. Okay, so this is a system approach to the management. Okay, now this system is required for the management. We have to consider all the factors of system in the management. Basic management is planning, organizing, staffing, leading, controlling. Okay, and now other factors is nothing but the what are the approaches we have to consider. This is nothing but the that external environment. Okay, now again that are the re-energizing the system. Okay, now when your system will be re-energizing, okay, definitely your output of your industry will better, definitely the re-energizing the system. Okay, re-energizing is nothing but the renovation in that industry or renovation in that system. Okay, definitely that will be the required for your industry. Huh? Okay, so this chart is very important for the examination. Huh? Okay, there is no any difficulty, only input and output factors they have given. Okay, and as a external environment and the only external environment. Okay, what are the external environments? So opportunities, okay, constraint, that constraint we have to study only. Okay, we have to consider only different types of constraint, government rules, regulations, okay, societal or social responsibilities, ethics. Okay, that is also included in the constraint. Okay, now other is nothing but other factors. For example, your industry is working in residential areas. Okay, so you have to consider all the factors of that. Okay, for example, transformation facilities available or not. Okay, whether the water available, energy availability is there or not. Okay, now that are the external environments. Okay, suppose any uncertainty will happen. Okay, for example, such a like earthquake. Okay, a recent example is a COVID-19. Okay, if such a uncertainty or such dangerous factors may be there. Okay, so we have to consider that factors also. Now these are the external environment. Okay, we have to consider that, and if you will get fail, okay, so definitely you should be reach at your original position. Okay, म्हणजे खचून न जाणे. Okay, that is also very important for the your better profit. Okay, if profit is there, definitely your entire rewards may be there. Okay, so this is nothing but the system approach to the any management. Okay, this system is applicable for any type of management. Product may be there, service may be there. Okay, in different sectors. Okay, whatever the near about 100 plus sectors are available in our world. Okay, so different sectors. So in all sectors we have to consider that system approach to the management system. Okay, this is a standard system approach to the management. Okay, okay. Now next is whatever the load distribution or whatever the manager functions. Okay, top level, middle level. Now what is actually weightage of work. Okay, in the industry we have to study here. Okay, so wait. Paste your roll numbers in message box. All of you. I will take attendance also. Paste your roll numbers. Now, if you consider the load of, I think in last lecture we have taken, we have discussed it, okay, within 2 minutes, okay, but we will take a revision, okay. So, what is the role of different level of managers? Okay, for example, basically basic 3 levels are there, okay, top level manager, middle level manager, and the first level manager. Okay, first level manager, you can say that the supervisor also. Okay, so what is the role of each function of manager? Okay, for example, take an example of the planning. Okay, now in planning, what are the role of different level of manager? Okay, in planning, the major role is of the top level manager. Okay, if you see here that planning block, okay, so that whatever the responsibility is decreasing. Okay, now that is nothing but the top level manager have to concentrate on planning as compared to the first level manager. The role of top level manager is a greater. Okay, now for the middle level, okay, definitely the role will decrease for the planning only. But next, organizing. Okay, for organizing also top level managers have to organize that. Okay, they have also maximum role. Okay, but leading, whatever the in planning and organizing, top level manager you will whatever the top level manager will give the guidelines to the next level of manager. Okay, but whatever the following of that ideas, whatever the instructions from the top level manager, this is a very important for the second level and third level manager. Okay, so if you consider the leading, definitely whatever the role distribution will increase of the maximum role distribution of leading is having supervisor or last level of manager. Okay, because supervisor is directly connected to the entire industry. Okay, now controlling also. Okay, now this is also increasing. Now what is the role of the top level manager? They have to control them. Okay, control all the factors. Suppose for example, if any uncertainty will happen, if any lacuna will happen in that industry, okay, so top level manager will give message, okay, or that they will ask to the middle level manager. Okay, if middle level manager will directly ask to that ground level manager. Okay, so this is nothing but the way of load distribution. Okay, so you have to keep okay, so these are the three levels. Okay, so we have to follow all that factors and consider that load. Okay, if whatever the load of increment, okay, according to your workload, according to your experience, definitely your position will increase. Okay, म्हणजे उगाच मॅनेजरला जास्त पगार नसतो. ओके, बरोबर का, हे तुम्हाला याच्यावरून लक्षात येईल. नाव नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, wait, next point is a social responsibility. Okay, whenever you will doing work in any organization, in any industry, okay, something social responsibility should be there. Okay, so what is a social responsibility? Okay, basically social responsibility is nothing but individuals and companies have to duty to act in the best interest of their environment and society as a whole. Okay, we have to consider the interest of the environment and the society. Okay, so this is nothing but the social responsibility. This is very simple. So we will move ahead. Okay, so social responsibility of the business. Okay, so what are the responsibilities? First responsibility is nothing but the general public. Okay, so what are the responsibility if in any industry? Okay, general public, or you can take the environment. Okay, now whatever the bad effect of your industry, sorry, there will be no any bad effect from your society to environment. Okay, so that is nothing but the first social responsibility. Now general public. Okay, now you have to take some social responsibility to give the silence to the society. ओके, नाहीतर तुमची कंपनी आहे तिथं, कंपनीमुळे लोकांना झोपच लागत नाही. ओके, धाड 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 सारखं असं सुरूच आहे. ओके, दॅट विल बी व्हेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर दी both society also and your personal industry also. Okay, so you have to consider that factors of the general public. Okay, shareholders or the investors. Okay, now shareholders or investor is also very important for your industry. Okay, so we have to manage them. Okay, shareholders मग पैसे घेतले ते माघारीच करायला 2-4 वर्ष पुन्हा. ओके, तो पुन्हा देईल का मग? ओके, वॉट एव्हर द इंटरेस्ट. ओके, म्हणजे व्यवहार. ओके, व्यवहार वॉट एव्हर द financial providers. Okay, you have to build up the good relation with them. Okay, this is also social responsibility. Okay, employee or workers. Okay, Now social responsibility towards employee or the workers. Okay, you have to give the payment to that particular employee. Okay, time to time. ओके, नाहीतर 6 महिने 10 महिने ओके पेमेंट मागायला आला तर येऊ द्या म्हणायचं. कधी ना कधी देणारच तर आहेच तुम्ही, बरोबर का. बट दिस इज नथिंग बट द सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. ओके, बिकॉज दे whatever the financial condition of that particular employee is depend on only your industry. Okay, because they are giving all the work, okay, all the effective work to the effective time to your industry. Okay, then and then definitely you have to give something fruits to them. Okay, by time to time workers, what are the communication with that worker should be very well. Okay, this is also social responsibility. Customers or consumers, okay, as per the employee, customer or consumer should be satisfied. Okay, so you have to give communication, better communication to that consumer. Okay, you have to give quality product to the industry, sorry, to the consumer. This is also social responsibility. Okay, म्हणजे फसवणूक करायला नको आहे चायना सारखे. ओके, म्हणजे now this is also social responsibility of the that particular industry for the better whatever the brand of that industry. Okay, governments or its administrative bodies. So we have to our social responsibility towards government is also important. Okay, we have to take the permission, okay, from government, whatever the different taxes we have to pay. हा, नाहीतर गव्हर्नमेंटने पैसा मागितले की आंदोलनाला बसायचं. Okay, now this is not fair. Okay, so because government is collecting money from in terms of taxes, and definitely they will provide the different activities to us only. Okay, so we have to help government also. We have to follow the government rules and regulations. Okay, for example, within 1 week 1 day holiday should be there. Okay, this is the guidelines given by the government. Okay, तरी पण तुम्ही सुट्टी दिवशी बोलवत आहे वर्करला. ओके, सो दिस इज अ नॉट फेअर, दिस इज अ नॉट social responsibility or good behavior for that particular industry. Okay, so you have to follow all the government rules, regulations. You have to pay the government taxes. Okay, from local taxes, whatever the taxes may be there. Okay, now this is also responsibility or social responsibility of that business towards the different factors inside the society. Now the basic types of the social responsibility, there are a number of types. Okay, responsibility towards the customers, responsibility towards prospects, community, human resources, society, ecological environment, towards government. Okay, social responsibility to global business environment. Okay, so we have to consider the global businesses also. Okay, for example, if any uncertainty or any failure will be there, okay, so you have to help them. Okay, this is also social responsibility in business model. Okay, now some definitions are there. Corporate social responsibility, CSR, we can say that the seriously considering the impact of the company's action on society. Okay, this is nothing but the responsibility of the particular industry, seriously considering of the impact of the company. Okay, whatever the impact are doing on any society. Okay, action on society, so that we have to consider. This is also social responsibility. Now social responsibility is the ability of corporation to relate its options and policies to the social environment in ways that the mutually beneficial to the company, to the society. Okay, so we have to consider all that mutually beneficial factors whatever for the company to the society. Okay, so we have to think on that. If any bad effect on society from our industry is there, okay, if there, you have to decide that now we have to improvement in that. Okay, whatever the drainage from your industry, okay, whatever the sound of your industry, okay, now transportation time, some factors may be happen. Okay, so you have to give the always positive effect to the society is nothing but also social responsibility towards society. Okay, Now, social responsiveness and the social responsibility. Okay, some examples are there. For example, social responsiveness is nothing but the Sudha Murthy. Okay, who is related to the Infosys. Okay, you might be knowing that. Hmm? Now, they are giving library facility to the rural area student. Okay, now this is also social responsibility. Computers, they have given computers, library given to the government school in Karnataka. Okay, now teaches the computer science. They have given provided computers to the student. Okay, those are the in rural areas. Okay, so also for the teaching. Okay, for example, lot of companies, Mahindra and Mahindra. Okay, so they are also providing such a courses also free of cost. Okay, so this is also the social responsibility. Next example is a social responsibility telco. Okay, telco is nothing but Tata. More Indian women are accepted at the workplace. This is also social responsibility. Okay, you have to company have to give work to the woman also. Okay, because this is the manufacturing industry. But they आता आता काय हे पूर्वीचं जरा एक्झाम्पल वाटतंय बरं का, पण आता काय सगळ्या क्षेत्रामध्ये आहेतच, महिला पुरुष दोन्ही आहेत. ओके, सो these are the social responsibilities also. Now some examples of the social corporate social responsibility. Okay, Tata Group. Okay, so what gives the Tata Groups? Most of which the community improvement, poverty elevation programs. Okay, Tata are also giving different types of program, running different types of program for the society. Okay, through self-help group. Okay, it has engaged in women empowerment activities, income generation, rural community development. Okay, and other social welfare programs given by the Tata groups. Okay, for example, Pani Foundation. Okay, such like different lot of examples are there. Okay, according to the you have to contribute some whatever the little bit amount of your profit in society. Okay, this is a responsibility of each and every industry or manager also. Okay, now this is the example of the Tata. Now Ultratech also, Mahindra and Mahindra also. Okay, number of examples are there. Ultratech Cement, India's biggest cement company, is involved in social work across 407 villages in the country, aiming to create sustainability and self-reliance. Okay, this is a social work of that. In terms of the welfare program, family welfare program, health care, education, infrastructure, environment, social welfare, and sustainable livelihood. Okay, now this is nothing but the this type of social responsibilities are number of examples are available in our India, in Maharashtra also. Okay, in local level also. Okay, number of societies are there, number of communities are there. They are always helping to the society. Okay, from the blood donation camp, NSS. Okay, these are also social responsibilities are there. Okay, so you have to consider different points, okay, toward the society. Our main aim of industry is satisfy customer and to learn the to gain the profit. Okay, now this is our main aim. Hmm? Now next point is ethics. Okay, what is ethics? Ethics is nothing but you have to differentiate the good or bad in society. Okay, म्हणजे आपल्याकडून सोसायटीला काय त्रास होतो का, इथिक्स सोशल रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी काय झालं, काहीतरी देणं झालं. ओके, बट इथिक्स इज नथिंग बट द an area of study that deals with idea about what is good or bad. Okay, what is a good and bad behavior and with moral duty of the obligation. Okay, now this is nothing but the ethics, the rules and principles that defines right and wrong conduct. Okay, that is ethics. It refers to well founded standards of right and wrong that prescribe that humans ought to do. Okay, these are the एवढं लवकर येतं. So now this is a ethics. Ethics is nothing but we have to consider we have to take idea about what is the good and what is the bad. Now ethics in managing. Okay, so what is the definition? The discipline dealing with what is good and bad and with moral duty of the obligation is nothing but the ethics in management. The discipline dealing with what is good and bad. This is very simple definition for the ethics. Now, business ethics, systematic study of morals. It strives to provide methods to distinguish between actions and attitude. Okay, if you consider the business level, business ethics, you have to take action and attitude. Okay, this is also ethics. Suppose if any uh, worker has given or made mistake, okay, is it directly you have to remove that employee from industry? Okay, now this is a not ethics. Okay, नैतिकता. This is म्हणजे आपण म्हणतो नेहमी नैतिकतेचा भाग प्रत्येक वेळेस असावा. Okay, this is nothing but the actions and whatever the attitude of your particular industry or personal attitude and the whatever the quality of action taking. Okay, this is also depend on the ethics. Okay, or important for the business ethics. That detrimental for the business and those that are the sound ethically and inspires business. Definitely, if you follow social responsibility and the ethics towards society, ethics, definitely your industry will sound ethically and the inspiring. Your business will definitely inspire. Okay. Now, ethics in managing. Next point, ethics theory is not considered related to the other management disciplines such as economics and the finance. Okay, theory is not considerably consistently related to other management disciplines such as economic and the finance. Okay, म्हणजे directly the connect नाही ethics. Many times quite often been rejected right ways as related to the value and the religion. Okay, म्हणजे जातीय धर्मीय हे करणे काय म्हणतो आपण त्याला जातीयवाद किंवा धर्मांधता. Okay, that should not be happen in your industry. Now this is nothing but the ethics. Okay, simplified management focusing on cost cutting, profit maximization and the efficiency. Okay, now these are the ethics factors you have to consider, you have to read while doing the industrial work. Okay, some examples are there. Okay, for example, okay, in terms of suppose for example if any society is there. Okay, चला आपण काय म्हणतो बरं. हा, for example government taxes were already taken example. Okay, but some backward student may be there. Okay, or some any काय म्हणतो आपण त्याला रे काहीतरी शारीरिक विजा असलेले मुलं असतील, विद्यार्थी असतील, माणसं असतील. ओके, बेगर्स असतील. ओके, सो यू हॅव टू गिव्ह समथिंग टू देम. ओके, तुम्हाला जरी एखाद्याला द्यायला जमत नसेल तरी तिरस्कार करू नका त्याचा. ओके ना, दिस इज ऑल्सो द ethics. Okay, so we have to consider all that such factors for the betterment of the management. Okay, so these are the management factors. So our next point is the planning. Okay, because now planning already we have studied definition. Okay, planning is nothing but whatever the entire schedule you have to make entire schedule. Okay, so planning and whatever the different types of planning, steps of planning. Okay, so we will take this in next lecture. Okay, so today we have completed 3 points. First point is the system approach to the management, whatever the system approach to management cycle. Second is social responsibility and the ethics in management. Okay, if any doubt is there you can ask. Okay, so I will take attendance here also. So I will provide study material early as possible also. Okay, in planning overview we will take types of plans. Okay, mission, purpose, objective, strategies, policies, procedure, rules, program, budgets. Okay, now that factor should be considered in the planning. Okay, now different steps of planning, that step we will also study. And last point is the decision making. Okay, after that our first chapter will finish. Okay, only one lecture, maximum one lecture is required for finish that chapter. Okay, So if any doubt is there, okay, you can ask, okay, and maintain attendance also. Hmm? So we will provide all the material, study material, MCQs, whatever the ISC questions. Okay, so we are working on that. Hmm? So don't miss lectures. Okay, first of all I will stop the recording. Huh?